Shedeur Sanders' controversy sparks major concern with the NFL. More after this. Hello everyone and welcome back to AFG's Point of View, where I give you my analysis on the most popular topics in the world today. Today's video, I'm going to talk about Shedeur Sanders and the controversy that the NFL has raised during this weekend past NFL Draft 2025. Before I dive into the details of the video, if you're new here, welcome to AFG's Point of View. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button as well to bring more awesome, loving, and wonderful people over, similar to yourself. I'm on normal subscribers. Thanks for coming back. I'm diving in. Now, Shedeur Sanders this weekend had a not so wonderful showing for the NFL draft. A lot of the experts in the beginning of the college football year, they thought that he would be one of the top 3 quarterbacks to get drafted. As time went on, he impressed. He did what he was supposed to do, and he ended up, somehow, some way, still in the top 3, but getting, shaded by a lot of media personalities. Now, the one that didn't shade Shedeur was Michael Irvin. Now, as we all know, Michael Irvin and Deion Sanders is, pretty much close friends or whatever. And, they kind of, I'm sure they talk from time to time here. The football, royalty, they go out, they're on the they hinted both of them in the Hall of Fame, and they have very decorated careers over the course of many, many years back in the 90s. And Michael Irvin said that Shedeur should be able to get $50 million, from the NFL because of the controversy and the blunders and everything that took place. If you're not familiar, Shedeur Sanders is a quarterback for the Colorado Buffaloes, or at least he was. He was the starting quarterback for the Colorado Buffaloes. His father was the coach, Deion Sanders, and his younger brother, Shiloh, was actually on the team. He was a cornerback, and they went out there. Their father raised them up, they wanted to play football like their dad. He gave them the ropes, and showed them how to do everything they needed to do, and put them in a great position to be able to get drafted by the NFL. Shedeur, being the better of the two, should have gotten picked in the first round, and that did not happen. Now, in case you're wondering, his big slide cost him about 40 or 50. That big slide cost him about 40 or 50, million. It was a situation where he should have really been picked. And I think with the NFL media, as well as all the owners, part of the NFL, wanted to kind of show this kid, kind of humble him or whatever. I guess they say humble him, you're coming into our league, show some respect, show some, not be so arrogant, not be so, upfront with it. And at the end of the day, from my vantage point, I don't think this kid is arrogant. I just think he's confident in his skills and what he does. And you got to walk through life confident. I mean, at the end of the day, there's going to be some people in your life that's uncomfortable with your, arrogance, what I'm saying? And, people don't want you to be as confident because they may not be as confident in themselves as you are, about yourself. So, I'm going to read this little excerpt that Michael Irvin, brought up. He said, listen to what Michael Irvin's saying. Basically everything I just said, I just summed it up, but I'm just going to read it to you anyway. Michael Irvin, a close friend of the Sanders family, claimed the NFL handling of Shedeur Sanders' draft placement was a $50 million robbery, believing his fall to the 5th round was unfair, which I agree, it was unfair. Now, Shedeur Sanders, despite being a highly talented quarterback with impressive college statistics and accolades, was unexpectedly drafted much later than anticipated. Irvin and others suspect suspicious foul play, suggesting that the NFL draft process may be flawed and potentially influenced by factors beyond pure talent, which they just said they need to humble him, basically what I said. The significant difference between Shedeur's contract and that of a first-round pick, Ken Ward highlights the financial implications of his draft slide. Now, Shedeur was making $6 million a year as a college quarterback in the University of Colorado. Now he's due to make $4 million in the next 4 years. So $1 million per year, $1 million per year for the next 4 years. And then, depending on if he gets a chance, if he gets his shot at the play quarterback, then we'll see. You know what I'm saying? I personally think that he'll get his chance. I think that, all this that happened to him is just a setback. You know what I mean? And that's just what life offers you sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people don't want to give you what they need to give you. Now, check this out. Now, while some attribute the drop to various factors, including interviews and unpredictable draft dynamics, the controversy continues with debates about potential collusion and racial bias surfacing. They're saying that a lot of these owners they don't feel comfortable with Deion Sanders and his confidence, his comfortability. Basically, they're spiritual beings, okay? And at the end of the day, I'm a spiritual being as well. I'm going to tell you I'm going to win, and I'm going to let you know I'm going to win, and then we're going to keep it moving. Then I'm going to go out there and prove to you that I'm going to win. You know what I'm saying? See, a lot of people don't want you coming in like that because they're, like I said, they're not confident within themselves. So with them not being confident within themselves, they're going to show some weakness in your strength. And you can't allow that to happen. You know what I'm saying? You got to go out there and you got to do what's best for you and your family and your folks, whether it be you and your individual self or you got a family or whatever the case may be. If you're confident in your skills and everything that you got going on, it don't matter who in the room. I'm going in there and I'm taking it and I'm going to get it done. You don't have to like me. If you don't like me, you just don't like me. So what? Who cares if you don't like me? I'm going to still get the job. I'm going to still win it at the end of the day and do what I need to do. Okay, some people saying that Deion Sanders kind of cost him his job. Well, this is no different than a child coming out of high school, going to college, finishing up college, okay, with good grades, and your father is the top doctor in the network. You don't think you're going to get a job, a better job, but in a better position? Some people say, no, well, since you did that at the top, somebody else got to get a chance. Well, why somebody else got to get a chance? If I worked hard and bust my ass to do what I need to do and make sure everything is cool, why do I have to wait? Like, it's just not fair. You know what I'm saying? Like, but at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Like I always say, don't let nobody get in the way of what you're thinking and how you feel. Because if you believe in yourself and you know you can go out there and get it done, then go out there and get it done. A little bit of competition ain't never hurt nobody. You know what I'm saying? All I'm going to do is embarrass you and show you up. Then you got it on tape and then bang, there you go. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully Shedeur can go out there and do that. And, not to mention that someone prank called him. You know what I mean? One of the defensive coordinators for the Falcons, he left his iPad out. His son picks up the iPad. 21-year-old son picks up the iPad. Thought it was a great idea to call Shedeur and prank him on, oh, we're going to pick you up. And then all of a sudden, now you don't do it. Like, this dude's a jerk. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, the NFL should find that team for what they just did and let them deal what they got to deal with internally, okay? Because, I mean, come on. We know if it was, a smaller time player, he did it, okay, whatever. Everyone knows that the top player, Shedeur Sanders, one of the most polarized kids out there, you know what I'm saying? You're looking to see what's the next move, you know what I mean? And for him to get that type of slander, for him to get that kind of, treatment, throughout the NFL is just not fair at all. And I really, really hope that this young man goes out and he shines bright like a light and does just as good as his daddy did in the NFL. So, but we'll see. Time will tell. But with that being said, if you like what you've heard, please don't hesitate to hit the subscribe button down below. Hit the like button as well to bring more awesome, loving, and wonderful people over. Similar to yourself, I'm my normal subscribers. Thanks for coming back. On my new subscribers, welcome. Welcome to AG's Point of View. Do me a huge favor. Hit that like button. This pushes the video out to all people that may like videos like this, that may want to hear about situations like this. You know what I'm saying? I don't just talk about sport. I talk about crime, sports, technology, whatever the case may be, whatever the current topic is coming up, we're going to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? So, we're going to do what we need to do. And, it's going to be what it's going to be. You know what I'm saying? Come visit me on my Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube Shorts, Facebook, and all my social media platforms that I may have listed up there. Come visit the merch store, get yourself a shirt. Summertime is on its way. Go and get yourself a nice little shirt, you know what I'm saying? Show up the muscles, go to the gym, work out in it, all kinds of wonderful things. So, there's that. With that being said, I love every single one of y'all. And remember, don't let nobody hold you back because they're insecure over your security within yourself. All right? I love every single one of y'all. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.
I rise and I wake and I gotta go get it. I'm making my bed and it's straight to the digits. No cup of jokers, this is acidic. So I take a shot with the lemon and ginger. Look in the mirror like, yeah, I'm that. Look in the mirror like, I'm fitted. Looking outside like the world is all mine. Look in the mirror like, go get it. I gotta get to the scene, I gotta get to the bag now. I can't be chasing on these. They getting, they feeling, enjoy.